NFL picks. Week 5. I'm going to start off with tonight's game. The Indianapolis Colts are playing the Houston Texans. Colts are 2-2. Texans are 1-3. It's an injury-filled game. Frank Gore might not play. Andrew Luck's listed as out for tonight. Matt Hasselbeck's going to start. He was in the hospital last night. He's got some kind of virus or something. Sick as crap. Texans, their whole receiving core is about out, except DeAndre Hopkins. He'll have a big game tonight, but I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Colts are going to get out with the victory. They're going to come to 3-2. I'm saying final score 17-14 Colts. Next game, Bears coming off their first win under new head coach John Fox. Chiefs lost 3 in a row. I think they get the win though this week. I'm going to say 24-14 Chiefs over the Bears. Next game, the Saints 1-3, the Eagles 1-3 at Philadelphia. I think DeMarco Murray gets his wish. He's going to get more touches this week. I think he's going to have a big game. His best game yet as an Eagle. I think they get the win this week, 21-14 over the Saints. And they improved to 2-3. Next game, Cincinnati Bengals at home, 4-0, taking on the 2-2 Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks got a really good defense. I think they're going to slow down the Bengals offense from what we've seen so far. They're not going to put up the 30 points that they've been putting up versus Oakland and Kansas City and teams like that. But I'm not impressed with the Seattle Seahawks offense. I'm not at all. They got that controversial win the other night. But other than that, I mean, they shouldn't have won that game. They put up 13 points. It was kind of a pathetic performance versus a 0-4 Detroit team. With that being said, I don't think their offense got the power to do anything versus Bengals defense, really. I just don't. I really don't. Marshawn Lynch might not be playing. Andy Dalton's been playing good. I got to give credit when it's due. Bengals got weapons. They're healthy, and they finally look like a team this year, not just a bunch of guys out there playing for contracts and trying to get by and win the division, maybe sneak into the playoffs. They're trying to be great this year. I think they're going to improve this week to 5-0. I'm saying 24-17 Cincinnati. Next game, Browns at Baltimore. Both teams are 1-3. Ravens just won a Thursday night football game thanks to Josh Scobie. Got their first win. I think they get a second division win though this week. Cleveland's defense is there. Their offense isn't. Don't got much faith in them. I think they fall to 1-4. I'm saying the Ravens win this game, 28-21. Next game, a bunch of another 1-3 teams playing each other. There's a lot this week. Got the 1-3 Jags versus the 1-3 Bucs. Jameis Winston, not impressed with you so far. Jaguars have lost a couple tough games in a row. I think they get the win this week, 14-10 at Tampa Bay. Next game, the 2-2 Rams taking on the 4-0 Packers. Packers have looked great. Aaron Rodgers, unbelievable. I think he's going to win the MVP again this year for the second straight year. Got to give credit to St. Louis Rams, though. 2-2, but they got 2 tough division wins over one Seattle at home, the other one last week at Arizona. They're 2-0 in their division. This is a tough football team. I think they're going to give Green Bay the best test they've had all year. Such a deep football team. I was thinking about what Tyrann Mathieu said last week when he was talking about St. Louis. He said, I don't understand why this team isn't competing for the Super Bowl every year. You look at their roster and you see how deep they are and how much talent they got. It just doesn't make much sense, but they went out and beat Arizona after that. You saw how good they can be. Todd Gurley, Nick Foles, such a great addition. Getting rid of Sam Bradford was the best thing St. Louis could have did. Philadelphia, you're dumb for giving up Nick Foles. What a difference maker he'd be in Philly right now with DeMarco. But Todd Gurley, yeah, he's the future of that team. You saw Nick Foles. He had Tavon Austin for 2 touchdowns last week, one to Stedman Bailey. They got that defensive line, Aaron Donald, Nick Fairley, Michael Brockers, Chris Long. I mean, all those guys. James Laurinaitis, Janoris Jenkins. They're so deep all the way around. Corner, safety, linebacker, defensive line. The only place they're struggling is offensive line. And I think that's what's going to give Green Bay the advantage. They're going to get the pressure to Nick Foles. I expect Todd Gurley still to have a great game this week. You're going to see Todd Gurley a lot more in the St. Louis offense and keep doing big things. I think they fall in a close one this week, 31-24. Packers improved to 5-0. Next game, the 2-2 Redskins taking on the 4-0 Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta's been great. Dan Quinn, hats off to you. Came over. He was the defense coordinator for Seattle. Big reason why that defense has been so good and why they got to 2 straight Super Bowls. Now you see he's on his way to, I believe, 5-0 as the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones. That defense has been unreal. And all I got to say is Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman. You better start getting used to that name because that's the future of the Atlanta Falcons backfield. This kid is unreal. Out of Florida State, 7 touchdowns the last 2 games. I think he continues his success this week versus the Washington Redskins, and they fall to 2-3. I think Atlanta's going to go to 5-0. I'm saying 35-17 Falcons over the Redskins. My next game, the 2-2 Bills going into the 1-2 Tennessee Titans. Tennessee looked good week 1. Haven't done anything since. I think Mariota's going to have an okay game. I think they're going to get the pressure to him. They're going to stop that run game. Rex Ryan's going to redeem himself from that loss last week. I think you're going to see a big game out of Tyrod Taylor. LaShawn McCoy might be back. I'm saying this game's going to be 21-10 Bills over Titans. Next, the 4 o'clock games. Got the Cardinals at 3-1 coming off their first loss going into the 0-4 Detroit Lions. Got to feel bad for that controversial loss for the Lions last week. 2 tough losses for both these teams. I like Arizona, though. I like Arizona to improve to 4-1. I think Detroit's going to fall to 0-5. Who would have thought Detroit 0-5? That offense, I just don't think they got it together. I'm saying 20-14 Cardinals over the Detroit Lions. Detroit 0-5. Wow. Next 4 o'clock game, the 4-0 Broncos, who just seem to be sneaking by teams. Peyton playing average ball, but they're 4-0, and it's because of that defense. That Denver Broncos defense is for real. I think they're the best defense in the AFC. They got a 2-2 Oakland Raiders team who can't defend the tight end to save their lives. I think Amari Cooper is the real deal. I think Michael Crabtree was a great addition. Derek Carr, I think he's the real deal as well. I think they fall to the Broncos. Peyton's going to sneak by. That defense is going to get him in position to get another win. I think they improve to 5-0. I'm going to say score 24-17 Broncos. Next 4 o'clock game. 3-0 Patriots coming off a bye, taking on the 2-2 Cowboys. The Cowboys won 2 games. Start off the year, Tony Romo got hurt. They've lost 2 under Brandon Weed, and I think they lose a 3rd one this week in blowout fashion. That Patriots offense out there trying to prove something to everyone. Looking like the 16-0 Patriots from a few years ago. I think they win this game 42-21 over the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe even worse. Cowboys lost Randy Gregory. They've lost Des Bryant. They've lost Lance Dunbar. They've lost Tony Romo. They've lost Bryce Butler. They lost Sean Lee last week. They've had Rolando McClain and Greg Hardy out because of suspension. They're back this week. I expect them to play good, but they're not going to be able to do anything to Tom Brady. Now into the primetime games. 49ers 1-3 going into the 2-2 Giants. I like the Giants. I think this offense is going to start coming around. Victor Cruz coming back, Odell Beckham, Ruben Randle, Andre Williams, Rashard Jennings, Eli Manning. We're going to see these guys start stepping up. I think the Giants improved to 3-2. I'm saying 21-7 over the 49ers. Next game, Monday Night Football, 2-2 Steelers taking on the 2-2 Chargers. I'm not impressed with either of these teams. I think Steelers got a lot of weapons around Michael Vick. He's not been on this team long enough, I don't think. He's just learning this offense. You got Le'Veon Bell back. Got Martavius Bryant coming back this week. You got Antonio Brown, Heath Miller, Marcus Wheaton, Sammy Coates, but I think it's going to take some time for him. I think he will win a couple games. I think they fall to 2-3 though. Chargers get another close win, improve to 3-2. I'm saying 24-20. Chargers over the Steelers. Finals.